Detroit Lions fans, I'm back with another YouTube video. Today is Wednesday, so that means I'm going to be dropping my Lions versus Rams pre-game predictions, thoughts, and comments. But before I begin, make sure if you're new to the channel. If you're just joining us, make sure you hit that like, subscribe to the channel, and drop some comments down below for the engagement. Definitely appreciate it. On my road to getting, hopefully, heading to 750 subs by the end of this year. And then we'll keep going on from there. But let's go. So, Detroit had a mini bye week, kind of, because they played Dallas last Thursday. And they won. 44-30 was the final score, which was an excellent momentum boost going into week 15, which is this Sunday. Lions play the Rams at 4:25. But they got a whole week and a few days to rest, recover, get healthy, and hopefully they can carry this momentum from the win against Dallas into this game against the Rams. It's going to be an interesting game because the Rams and Lions, if you remember, had that trade where we gave them Matthew Stafford, they gave us Goff. It's essentially going to be the battle of the quarterbacks, which is going to be interesting because I believe the Rams have beat the Lions once since the trade, and the Lions have beat the Rams twice since the trade. These two teams don't play very often, but seeing them play on Sunday, 4:25 Eastern Standard Time, it's going to be very interesting because both quarterbacks have a really good team. Matthew Stafford is playing well in Los Angeles with the Rams, with Devontae Adams, Puka Nacua, Blake Corum, the former Michigan running back. And Jared Goff is playing amazing football with the Lions, with St. Brown, Jameson Williams, David Montgomery, and Isaac Tesla, Dan Campbell as head coach, and Jamar Gibbs. Now, I'm not really sure how the Rams run defenses. I know they're pretty pass-heavy last time I checked them, but they did just take a loss to the Carolina Panthers 2 weeks ago. I forget who they played last week, last Sunday, but the Rams, they're going to want to get a win badly. So are the Lions. The Lions are looking to keep their winning streaks alive so they can keep the playoff hopes alive. But what I'm really looking forward to is seeing how does Jared Goff perform against his former team that he brought to the Super Bowl. I think they lost, but yeah, but he brought the Rams to a Super Bowl. I think they lost. So it'll be interesting to see how Jared Goff and his Detroit Lions do facing off against Matthew Stafford and his Los Angeles Rams. 2 weeks ago, I was worried about this game, especially the way we played against Philadelphia and then Green Bay. But since we bounced back against the Cowboys, I have hope and optimism, and I'm encouraged by what I saw. So I do believe that the Lions and Rams will put up a good fight. Defensively, we just need to keep getting stops. I don't know. Aiden Hutchinson was a little quiet the last few weeks, so I'm hoping that this game will be a better game for him, where he'll be able to get into backfield more, and his presence will be felt more. More sacks and pressures from Hutchinson. Linebacker core, Anzalone and Jack Campbell have been just stepping up and been dominating there, but our secondary still needs some improvement, some work, since it's still beat up and a little out of shape with injuries. But if we can keep our offensive hot and on the field most of the game, and our defense stays off the field, we do have a shot. I've noticed that when the Lions tend to score points first, we tend to keep the lead and win. But that's normally when we get touchdowns. Our touchdowns are going to win this game for us, not field goals. If we can get 7 points every time we get the ball, we should be able to sit comfortably and keep the lead. We also need to work on ball control, time of possession, efficiency and accuracy. If we can keep disciplined the entire game, we should most likely win. I'd like to see our players get more involved. I'd like to see more St. Brown and Jameson Williams action get involved. I think Khalif Raymond is still hurt, so he won't be in. I want to see if David Montgomery and Jamal Gibbs are going to be able to tear up the defense with the run game. But you have to remember, you don't also want to rely too heavily on the run game, because that way you don't risk injuring your star running backs. I would like to see Jared Goff become more mobile as a quarterback. I mean, he doesn't really run. If he did that, there's been times where if he was able to just run the ball, he could have gotten touchdowns or first downs, but he gets too nervous with that. So I'd like to see him try to work on that. But the Rams, Matthew Stafford, he's been hot. He's been playing clean football. There's even discussions about Matthew Stafford possibly being an MVP candidate. But the Rams, they're not a bad team. I mean, yes, they've had ups and downs, but honestly, most teams in the NFL this season have. Like, there's not one single dominant team. Like, good teams have started to lose traction. Bad teams are starting to heat up. So it's like, you never know this season. So it'll be interesting. It'll be interesting for sure. I do think it's going to be a tight game. It's going to be a close game. Lions are going to take it. I don't. Honestly, I'm going to say 24-21 is going to be the final score. It's going to be a close game. It's going to be tight. It's going to be smash mouth back and forth the entire game. But I do see the Lions pulling a win. I mean, they got the momentum from from when they beat the Dallas Cowboys, 44-30. I believe it's in Los Angeles, so that's going to be to the advantage of the Rams. But the Lions, they know what they need to do. They got the mindset, they're focused. So I do see good things for this team. So Lions 24, Rams 21. The Lions are going to improve to 9-5 by the end of this game, and the Rams are going to drop. I think they're what are they like? I forget the Rams record, but the Rams are probably going to take another L. But we'll see. But yes, I think the Lions have a really, really good shot of winning this game. It's going to be a tight game. Might be stressful. Hopefully the refs don't impact the game too much. But you never know. You never know. But yeah, that's what I think. Lions win. It's going to be good to see Goff back in Los Angeles going against his old team. Matthew Stafford going against his former team. Go Lions.